You know, it comes down to the beginning of the year before the tariffs were put in place. There was this notion that you'd have double-digit profit growth for this year and then next year. Then it was ratcheted back by pretty much everybody.
Afternoon, boys. Sorry, man, I jumped a little bit late because I've completely forgot to charge the battery of this camera. So hopefully it's charged enough for the stream. Should be. I've got the other one on charge right now, so I just mad forgot about that.
Really depends on the actual sector, obviously, but in terms of the general broader community, you're starting to see sentiment, the soft data, start to change for the better. Remember when we were all talking about soft data being weak, and then it was going to filter into the hard data? It never did. Now soft data is coming back. You're seeing in the small business segment a little bit because of rates coming down, but a little bit better economy, perhaps an adjustment to the neutral rate coming down a little bit, as Governor Myron just said. All of that coalesces around better optimism from the corporate side. I would say
But he's good at this as well.
held in there, and that's the key.
2-6, boys.
It's being used on an efficient basis. Some productivity is increasing, but when you get a little bit above average inflation, that feeds directly to the revenue line, and you don't have to produce as much to get that higher revenue number. So that's why margins have actually stayed in there, in some cases actually like that.
This sounds like a perfect scenario. It sounds like just nirvana, investing nirvana. It's priced as though it's investing nirvana too, though. At what point have we priced all of that in and then some that leaves it kind of vulnerable to anything that doesn't look like what we just
Right. Afternoon, boys. This is no one says that. Good afternoon, boys. Not a great trading day at all, but obviously, like what I was saying earlier this week, it will be great for us to understand what's coming out of the dollar in terms of GDP and in terms of unemployment claims. The news come out just over 20 minutes ago now. We had insane data come out of the US. Very good data out of the US. Yes, Mehmet. Yes, Nick. Trim looking fresh today. Cheers, Stu. Thanks, brother. Yeah, I think I was wearing a hat or something, wasn't I? Cheers, Stu. How you doing? All good, Stu. All good, man. I'm literally, for the last 30 minutes, was just watching news. Just trying to understand, obviously, first of all, how that data was going to come out. But we had Myron talk, and he was saying, from a big point of view, which is sort of helping growth, is the housing market. The housing market is a bit looser than what we thought was tight, which does influence growth. The cut of interest rates did help that. So that's why final GDP for last quarter did come out quite well. That's what they found. I haven't read up anything on unemployment claims. But obviously, as we can see, unemployment claims, again, come fucking massively below estimate. In fact, we was estimating for it to bounce back up, which I would have expected as well. Historically, we do normally see that. When we see a nice big decrease in unemployment claims, you do normally see a nice rebalance. But we haven't seen it. We saw the continuation of the tightening of the labour market, which again is great for the US. So the US dollar is so strong at the moment. I think going into next week, going into November, we're going to have a strong dollar. If we cope up this, it's looking like GU&EU sells realistically. Complete switch in the bias that we've had. So let me just get some notes down. It's the 25th today, right?
Before about potential weaker dollar. Weaker dollar is probably a $80 story, not necessarily a weaker dollar story, given where growth is for us relative.
We saw the quarter GDP expected to be the same, 3.3 from previous quarter, but the quarter just gone. Obviously come out 3.8, so nice increase of GDP throughout the quarter, which is strong for the dollar, very strong for the dollar, man. I wasn't expecting this, so we'll see how this should really make GU&EU quite bearish. So a nice flip in the market there. Unemployment claims as well. Like what I was saying, is Powell's sort of main guidance for the interest rate decision coming up. So it looks like we might not have cuts. I think now, I'm sort of thinking now we've got a lower chance of having a cuts now. Growth being strong, the labour market being quite tight is what you need. Like I said though, interest rate cut has helped growth. That is just what happens when you cut interest rates. Growth's better. Make more money from housing. It's easier to house people. Less people at threat. Businesses grow better because obviously lower interest rates, lower loans, interest on loans, stuff like that. So GDP lowering the interest rates always gets that growth up, which is nice. So the hike of GDP makes sense to me. Unemployment, obviously, that's come out really fucking well, man. Let me get this down. It was estimated to come out. So for that, and we estimated to come down to me. We estimated to come back up to 233. Not by much. We're looking to come back up. Actually, come out 218k. It's fucking nuts. That's unreal data. So yep. Positive dollar. And then GDP. Positive dollar. Amazing. So yeah, I'm going into the next few weeks. I reckon we look really nice for the reversal of PA now. Just through those news events. Pound we're not really getting anything great from. Euro not getting anything great from. So yeah, I would just that's sort of where I'm at the moment. It'd be nice to see this week play out. Tomorrow we still got core PC price index, which is going to be nice to find out and get a bit more understanding from sort of an inflation point of view as well. How do I stop hesitating when it comes to entry? Good question. At the end of the day, right, I'll say this again, I'll say this all the time, I'll say it again, is you don't want to trade, your trading plan wants to trade. So think to yourself, right, personally, I don't want to place a trade. I will allow my trading plan to take over the trading for me, and if all the criteria is met, I place a trade, okay? Once you've placed it, I mean, your problem seems like it's before entry. But if everything is aligning, then get in. I mean, the reason why a lot of people do get hesitant when it comes to entries is because they haven't got a fully fledged trading plan to the point of they know what they're doing from as soon as they get on the charts to the time they get off of the charts. So I would say, first thing, Dean, is make sure you understand what you should be doing as you start trading. And I don't mean start actually trading markets, but as you jump on the charts, and what you should be doing when you jump off or whilst your trade's in, right? That's what's important. So just ensure that you have your full plan in front of you, full strategy, full everything, all the criteria, all the checklist for you to get into a trade. There, you make it easy. You just make it easy for yourself at the end of the day. Obviously, it's hard because you need to gauge your full trading plan, right? But once you're fixed down with that trading plan that you know works, you will no longer question entries. But that's what I would say, bro. You got to have a fully fledged trading plan. If you don't have a model, it's going to be painful. And again, it's always good to see that model play out as many times as possible. For example, Ronaldo goes up for these fucking overhead kicks because he knows he can go up and absolutely tear an overhead kick. Ronaldo knows he can do Ronaldo chocks. He knows he's sick at it. He knows he's done it bare times. He knows he's going to do that left back or do that right back or that centre back. Do you know what I mean? So doing it as many times as possible, seeing it as many times as possible will help you have a bit more, what's the word? But just be braver, you know? Just be braver because you've seen it before. You're like, okay, we're here again, place our trade, and then... But it's just a sense of just having a checklist, having a full model in front of you, so you leave all guessing, because at the end of the day, when we guess, that's when it becomes techie, right? But I'd say just to make sure you've got full criteria. Just make sure that. And then again, like I said, just time. Seeing stuff enough times is such a key thing. In any game, right? In any game, that is. Not even just trading, man. That's fucking anything. Yes, Jed, what we saying? Black Drift King, what's good, Brasky? Set a limit to yourself, you're gay if you remove it. That's a good one for when you're in it. But no, I think he was asking like in terms of actually getting into entry. You know. Oh wait, I can't wait. Sorry, Dean. Are you asking me in terms of when price comes back to entry, or are you asking me before entry? A lot of my entry's been between 3 and 4. So yeah, silver bullet time, bro. Yeah. Well, T just said it just there. Yeah, to be fair, when I was watching Powell's speech earlier this week, he did say there's been an improvement on jobless claims. Yeah, it's been a nice improvement. But that's what I'm saying. I think that's what he was saying about previous, right? I think he was saying that about because I know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure he was talking about the previous data before today. So, but again, we've come lower now. It'd be nice to get a Powell speech and see what he's saying. But he don't think there's any reason to continue cuts, especially if the labour market's tighter and growth's doing well. Nasdaq's tanking. How's he doing? Is he doing well? Should be doing well, no? Oh god, no. Not really. Dow Jones doing bad. NASA, so the US tech ain't doing great. Yeah, we're not doing great. I haven't actually got Nasdaq on my chart. He's not fucking with us. Powell says yesterday that he's very data dependent now before the sudden will further cut apart for now. Bear bullish data today for the dollar. Trust me. That's what I'm saying. So it really signals that we are going to keep the strength and potentially keep those interest rates high, which again would sort of is the sense of easy monetary policy. And again, like what I've been saying, and I've been seeing it on Bloomberg recently as well, is that it's definitely potentials of a hike of inflation due to these tariffs, right? They're not going to come all in at once. Again, they're tariffs that are going to get filtered through all the manufacturing systems. So you're going to see tariffs bring inflation slowly up, probably for the next 6 months. Maybe, I'm not too sure really on time span, but it will gradually bring inflation up. So again, it's not great having interest rates low when inflation is starting to come high. Because if inflation comes up, you need to hike interest rates. So that's why I feel like there's many reasons why cutting interest rates now or continuously giving cuts isn't great. One, labour. Again, we've got NFP next week, so that's going to help us understand a bit more. But next week we've got labour. Labour, growth and inflation. All of those are going up. Unemployment claims coming down, which is obviously good. GDP going up, which is great. And inflation going up, which is not great because obviously you want to have lower inflation than what they have. Their target is 2%. I think they're scrapping that 2% target. But we'll see. Mate, so I'm currently on GU sales. Also, I've missed bare comments. NFP next week, yes, brother. October NFP, man. Get back to it. You see GU and EU sweeping September's lows. Yeah, definitely, bro. 100%. I mean, that weakness is very weak. Like, we are very weak. Very, very, very weak. That's the 1st of September as well. So it's like within the sort of 2nd to 3rd call, we made our high or low. But yeah, I do want to see price start really coming down. I mean, with those fundamentals, you can't really go against that bias, right? It'd be silly too. You might also have 2 monthly bearish CRTs now too. Let's have a look. Yes, we completed this one, so we'll see what we actually do with this candle, because we could definitely have a monthly here. Depends how this closes, and that will signal that we're going to start moving down for this low candle here. Yeah, confidence. Actually on GU shorts, I'm still holding low, running 6R right now. Lovely. Yeah, the GU shorts were actually bare nice if you got in. Obviously, I weren't looking to get in because of just where it was. It was nowhere near the Friday 50, so I didn't really want to get in at all. Still lovely movement. Again, the bias of the day, especially with unemployment claims and GDP, was great. So yeah, that was tasty for price. Really nice setup as well. Bear in mind, it was like pretty much textbook when we got. I think it was EU I was more looking at. No, it was GU. It was GU. So again, we had a trade through here. And then we had the 5-minute fair value gap just off of here. A trade you might not get in it on, which would have been bare annoying. But it was nice if you was able to get in. Jason the trial signals is bugging. Yeah, yeah, he's not. Yeah, I've not manually seen his trades in a bit, but his trades at the start were not great. I did not massively enjoy those. What is the trade? You buy? It must be smoking heroin, bruv. Yeah, that's crazy. GU sells them. GU buys are mad. Definitely not the most optimal positions, man. Definitely not. I mean, it's the thing, C-Stroke. It's what again. It's one of those trades where you can jump in sells. We are bearish, but just where we are, you know, we're below the prior week low. We're below the prior day low. We're so low in regards to today's range. You know, it's you know, is it worth risking 1%? See, that's what I question in my head with price. What I always question in my head with the prior days. What would I risk 1%? On price being this low when I'm looking to continue to sell? Like, why do I risk the same percent when I'm in the premium to the trade where I'm in the discount to sell? It doesn't make sense. I just don't like selling below the Friday 50, man. Just don't. Not worth it for me. How do we think New York play it? Just continue, really. I mean, all I can see price do is continue. We've got no more impact for the rest of the day. Existing home sales, which is looking to decrease a little, which I'm pretty sure home sales is doing all right. Home prices in the US are really high, so it makes sense if they do come down a little bit. But I'm just looking for a continuation of what we've already done today. We've seen the euro still stronger than the pound. Again, pound very fucking weak at the moment. So in regards to trades, GU sells are going to be your best positions for the most efficient trade. Oh, EU might have been really nice. Oh, EU would have missed entry by a little bit. The DTO really, man. DTO's clean on it. But we're so bearish, right? So that's where we're at for New York session. But I can see us continue. What did you get in on the GU buy? He got in. Oh, let me mark it on.
I want to finally ask you about CarMax. I know it's very different business than Starbucks, but you cover we do it all here at Bloomberg. And you sit next to Rick Bump, who's our
that was TP.
Autos team leader here in the Americas. I thought that people were going to be buying more used cars because, you know, new cars are so expensive and people are trying to save money, and yet they missed on the top and bottom line at CarMax.
You're not wrong. People are buying more used cars, but this is an instance where you saw a lot of pull forward because of the tariffs. You saw big friends were buying back in April after the Liberation Day.
Sorry, what's the TP as well? Why is the TP that large?
And also, you know, as a lot of people went into new cars, some of the used car business fell down a little bit.
Alright, choose that Friday high. Just flow Friday high.
Adding to a 30% year-to-date decline. Shelley, thank you so much for joining. That is Bloomberg's Shelley Banjo. Now, all of those things would seem to suggest that this
It's like that.
in trouble. Not so, according to the economic data released in the last
Or he had market price at 01, so would have been entry would have been.
But Governor Stephen Myron spoke to Bloomberg ahead of that data on the next steps for the Fed.
My view is
Maybe here.
economic pessimism. You know, I don't
We'll put it on the 2 minute just because it sort of makes sense.
However,
Yeah. Like that. This is pretty much the signal. We'll see how it does, but man, I'm very weak for the pound, especially the pound as well. Like, not even just for EU, but I am weak for the pound, not just because of the weakness of the pound, but sorry, not because of the strength of the dollar, but because of the weakness of the pound as well. Which will definitely make GU tough to move up. So from that perspective, I don't know if it's a great trade, to be brutally honest. Mate, can you help me figure out weekly? Sorry, I missed a few comments. I'm very bearish now on GJ and GU. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, again, we'll see how NFP comes out, but I'm weak. We're very weak. We're very weak. There's no disregard in that. How do we think? Yeah. Again, I don't think. A 4-hour CRT that Lou had marked out in the morning failed. What 4 hour there? What 4 hour did he have on, bro? Can you look at GJ and EJ, please? For sure. I mean, the yen basket is at a nice rebalance for the day. It obviously did have the initial sort of bearish move. And then there was that potential of the yen starting to move up, but we've just got very slow momentum. Not a lot of volume within the yen market. Not much differentiation between the other currencies. That is, again, I did want to see sort of a rebalance back to this Friday 50. I didn't really mind if it continued down or continued up. I would have thought continued down because it is very weak. Politically, they're quite weak in Japan, so that's sort of the main reason. It's not a favoured safe haven at the moment. That's why we're still seeing it very weak. So yeah, for yen, I do want to see a rebalance to see price in a nice area to actually continue its manoeuvre. But the dollar's taken all of any strength that the yen would get from being a safe haven. It's just taken. So recently, it's too hard to really say that where the yen's going to go. Hence the sort of day we've already had, the very accumulative day. In terms of EJ and GJ, sort of portrays the same thing, right? I mean, GJ a little bit different, but EJ portrays the same thing. We've not really got that much movement. We're just sort of trading within range. EG, nice. We actually did come on to that CRT. That was lovely. We was looking for the buyers early morn after we come grab that low, but there was nothing really much there. But now we've already come to this Friday high. Come to these CRT levels as well, which was nice. So that's all complete. Could even see EG come down. I mean, I'm weak pound, so I don't know. But again, just looking at EG, we are still blatantly stronger for the euro. We're going to see how we react off this Friday high, because we could have some manoeuvres coming off. There's no 5 minute, which is shit, but just looking for this 15-minute trade through, we could potentially get something. No, we can't use that. I mean, that candle's fucked us because it's just a bit of a dodgy candle. That's half one, yeah. Jay's trying to catch the pullback. It's not saying you try to catch, so I don't think so, because you don't try and catch that. With no confirmation, you don't try and catch that. And if you do, then he cannot be in the Siggies. Mate, so grab the sell off EU before 20 minutes of a drop of an alpha capital. Sorry, wait, what? Mate, so grab sell. Mate, so I grabbed sell off EU before 20 minutes of drop and alpha capital, but my mate jumped in the drop as it happens. Wait, I'm very confused, Seb. I'm confused. Yes, YM, what we saying, Brody? Mate, so with these trail signal provider, do you check if they trade, or you just anyone in for this sort of proof of profitability? We need proof of profitability first. That's the first thing we need. Proof of profitability, and then they'll have that probation period where they'll send in trades into the trade signals. Mate, can you help me figure out the weekly bias in GU? Am I correct in saying the current range is from the low 30th of Jan? So when we were looking from a weekly perspective, I'd say we want to be really looking at a 4-hour chart. We don't really want to look on a weekly time frame to see the weekly range, right? Because at the end of the day, if we're looking at weekly on the weekly time frame for price action, we're going to be looking at probably year of PA. But dropping down to the 4 hour, you'll be able to see weeks. So in terms of GU on the 4 hour, we're bearish. So since Monday, the start of the week, we've started off here, and now this is Thursday today. So we'll see how we finish off. Might even see a rebalance tomorrow through Friday if we don't get that for this PM session or New York session. But yeah, so we're really bearish. I mean, if we want to look at the higher time frames like weekly, monthly, I'd say keep your eyes on CRT. I already completed that candle there for the CRT, so I won't even bother. That CRT was complete. But yeah, bro, that's sort of where I'm at. I'd say we are just becoming this week now. On this weekly here on EU, we are looking for price to come down as well. So this would be a nice catalyst for price to start to move. Obviously, GU's already done it. DXY we've got nice. DXY we've still got. So these are sort of the levels we're looking for in a higher time frame for price to come to. Yeah. Let's get rid of all this noise.
Let's get now to high interest. Look what's making headlines around the world. Former French president Nicolas Sarkozy has been sentenced to 5 years in jail for criminal conspiracy after judges found his 2007 campaign.
I'm gonna say my mate hopped in a cell as it was news drop. We'll have to allow that on assessment of passing. Yeah, you're good, bro. You're good on the accounts. But challenges, sorry. But don't make it a habit, bro. That's one thing I would say, man. Don't let it be a habit. You know, because there's gonna be a few times when it's like, oh, it don't matter because I'm on a challenge. It's cool. But like, if you did it by accident, cool. But like, don't make it a habit. Don't start trading that, because you want, how you're going to trade now should be the exact same as you trade on your funded account. And the reason why you want to do that is because if you're able to pass the challenge with the way you're trading now, you want to trade that exact same way on the funded account. You could even lower your risk if you're a bitch. I wouldn't say lower your risk, because we're here to make fucking money. We're not here to make change. So, you know. Yes, Jimbo, what we saying, Brody? What's good, man? Nah, don't fight that. Yeah, top man said. I was gonna say you're not the type of guy to do that. Where do you see AU going? Again, I'm strong dollar, so from that perspective, a bearish AU makes sense. We've had a real nice. Oh wow, we've actually had a really nice day today for AU. Pushing to that 4 hour balance. Price pushed all the way to that Friday 50 as well, which is pretty much 50% of its fair value, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Price pushed to it, and then we had an absolutely insane sell-off from the get-go. Bro, AU was bare nice. AU was bare nice. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll check Jeffa. Since when the fuck did Lou trade EJ? I don't think he does trade EJ, bro. He don't trade EJ.
Yeah, exactly. It's not exactly a win if you pay 15% more for your exports to go to another country, but it's a relief because the previous level was 27.5%. So this is something that European automakers have been waiting 2 months for. It's backdated to August 1st, so there's a sense that that they can deal with 15%. It's not exactly a best case scenario, but it's something they can absorb, and we'll just have to deal with. The big question now between the U.S. and the EU is, can they address the 50% steel and aluminum tariffs? Those sky-high rates are hurting
he's moving nuts.
European steel and aluminum to the U.S. They're the largest suppliers to the U.S. market, so that's a big issue that still needs to be addressed. They're going to try to work out some sort of quota arrangement where some quantity could be imported into the U.S. At low or zero tariffs, but that's still an issue that needs to be worked out. It's going to be a thorny one because the Trump administration really wants to put a tariff wall around their steel and aluminum industries.
Well, and this is a benefit in a couple of ways for European, Japanese, and South Korean automakers in that they have certainty, first off. But
All right, okay, so it kind of makes sense.
15% tariff doesn't look so bad if you're looking at Ford, Tesla, and GM that are paying those 50% tariffs on steel, 50% on aluminum, 25% on components made overseas, like 80% on anything you get out of China, which is a lot of stuff. So, you know, Ford says, for instance, the cars that they make, when they go head-to-head with cars out of Japan or South Korea, are still far more expensive.
Yeah, so in terms of the dollar boys, we seem decently strong, and I think we could hold this bias really. Decently hold this bias. The 4 hour GU CRT that Lou had marked out in the morning failed. Let's have a look. They're not always gonna come through, boys. They're not always gonna come through. What 4 hour? What CRT? I mean, this CRT was already completed. What CRT candle was it, bro? Go on the 4 hour and tell me the time of the candle. But yeah, not all of your fucking not all your trades are gonna come out exactly, or not even trades. Not all CRTs are gonna be met perfectly. Same with their value, same with all the blocks, same with any technical analysis. Even more of a reason why fundamentals should be heavy. Skull, you should not get in. Should not get in heat checks all pairs that people ask for online. Big sort of most likely position for them. Our trading got me hooked in something I can't even do mentally. Really, yeah, it's crazy, bro. Crazy, mate. Jed, you've been invited into the markets. I don't want to say again. I don't want to say a shit time because I wouldn't say it's a shit time at all, man. I'll tell you, you're here at a decent time. It's just a shame there's not been good opportunities so you can actually understand tradable markets. Do you know what I mean? I didn't like how I rejected off the Pride of 50, just going to sit on GJ. Let's have a little look. Are you in? Are you in on GJ, T? GJ will get there, mate. When that bug gets you, that's it, Stu. No kit. So guys, you're trying to go. Already in, so just got a hold till TPS stop loss. Do you think? Yeah, that's it, YK. Love that, bro. Fucking love that, YK. I would maybe MH, maybe. I mean, at the end of the day, boys, the way we trade, yeah. I'm not gonna influence any trades going into the New York session. I know I'm here on New York time, but I'm not here to influence any type of trades for New York. I'm solely putting all the focus to London session. What we could have got, what trades your man could have got, what we look for when we're really looking for a setup, all the confluences you need for these, in terms of take prof, because a lot of people still be in trades about 2, half 2, 3. But again, bro, again, sort of what I was saying about EU, or GU, you're continuing to try to sell at really low points. So at the prior day low, prior week low, DTO, obviously prior day 50, but DTO, right? Very, very low. So it's not optimal. Again, setting from here, different story, beautiful. But once we get down here, it brings the optimized trade out of it completely. Again, very strong dollar, so I don't even know if we're gonna have some form of rebalance. Hence why this move was so efficient. If you was in this trade, you would have kept looking at every 10 minutes you looked at your phone, you would have been up more and more until you TP'd. I don't know why I did it all the way to there. 2 hours and 10 minutes. Decently efficient for a 6.3 hour. Yeah, I took GU last week, so my only trade I've took this month is the GU long. Where was it? No, that's this week. Up here, it was my position was to buy here. I just did a case study on it. If you're gonna mentor him, go fucking watch that. But yeah, this is the GU I call pretty much for the Asia low to Asia high. Painful last trade, but again, what we're seeing at the moment with all these trades, really inefficient. Really, I mean, today's a different story, right? Because we've got that dollar bias. We know we're weak on it, so it's just a matter of really trading with that bias. But for now, I mean, we've got to really be trading GU and EU to the downside. But I just hate the way we're so low. It's just not optimal for it. I do want to see DXY complete this monthly to the upside. Oh no, it's not monthly. Is it weekly? Yeah, the weekly to the upside. So we completed the monthly, which is to the downside. And now as soon as we completed that with that lovely wickish candle, we want to come and grab that little bit of a lower time frame, the weekly instead of the monthly CRT higher. And that's quite vice versa. I mean, not GU, but for EU. It's decently vice versa, so that's great. Yen basket's come up a little bit, though, since New York. Okay, never mind. Well, yeah, a little bit. A tiny bit. But yeah, that's for me. That's the only trade I've had this month. 5.1%. Again, I'm not pissed with that. I don't mind. Honestly, I'm happy with that. With all the potential losses that are in these markets, this is a minefield, boys. Take your rewards. Take your rewards well. Don't be too greedy. Don't try and aim for too much. Because even if you do try and aim for too much and price is going your way, it's going to be difficult to get there because of the reduced volume. So it's either going to be a really painful fucking trade, or you might not actually have enough volume to hit TP, where you might have to close your trade early, or it comes all the way back and hits stop loss. So you don't want that. But yeah, let's go back to Jer 30. Jer 30 was tasty. Jer 30 was actually so good. Yeah, I was looking at GU, ALG, but again, it just weren't in the optimal position for me. It swept the high. Didn't want to come any higher to the Friday 50. So it was just difficult for it. But yeah, let's go to Jer 30, because Jer 30 is what Stu caught today. And this was really nice. And if you caught this like the Friday low, you're looking at like a 12R. If you caught this at the prior week low, this is a 23R. Obviously, I've rounded my pips up a little bit. Probably could have got a bit more. But yeah, Jer 30 was unreal today. Really high up in the day. We had a beautiful accumulation during London session. During Asia session, sorry. Quite similar to what we have normally, right? Again, I mean, this wasn't great because we traded down, but still, at least we have the accumulation. This is less of accumulation. This is less of an accumulation. But we got way more accumulating Asia sessions. This one's not really, that's accumulative. That's not, that is, that kind of is, that is, that's not, that is, that is. But you know what I mean? Like, a lot more than what we've been really getting on GU and EU. So Jer 30 is something that we look at a bit more. Where the fuck is my like control panel bit? Oh, it's down here. Oh, it's up there. But yeah, it was a really nice day for Jer 30. No, well done Stu for getting in that, bro. I need to start looking at Jer 30 more. I keep forgetting to look at it in the morning because I'm so focused on actually what's going on in the markets and like GU and EU and EG. That I just I'm going to put this bastard to the top. I'm putting it there. Do 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 bitch. Ooh, do do do. How do you stay so patient whilst trading? I've been doing this for enough time, mate, where I can understand that. I know I might be waiting for a few weeks. I know I might be waiting 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But again, I feel like what's brought me comfortability is just having enough funding. Once you have enough funding, you get a lot. You get the sense of you slow down a bit, right? You start optimizing your positions because you know every trade's worth it. It doesn't matter if it's a 1 to 2. A lot of you man think, oh, 1 to 2, won't even touch my phase 1 or phase 2 on my prop firms. But once those are placed on 200Ks, boys, it's a lot of money, and the funded account's a lot of money. So you don't even really have to, and just a 200K, not even 4, 5, 600K collective funding, just a 200K account. But yeah, Yeah, what was the risk? Yeah, 1%, bro. Yeah, 1% risk. 1% risk. I'm always 1% risk on funded, boys. Always. Always. Why don't you trade your 30, mate? Because I just trade FX, bro. I've not looked into trading equities or anything. It's a complete different market. So I've never gone to trade it. But again, I've sort of, I don't want to say I've mastered Forex, but I've got to the point now where I know I'm doing pretty well. So I'm going to start looking at Jer 30 a bit more. But again, forward testing is my first goal. And I'm just going to start trading it.
Why do the biggest names in business choose Bloomberg Television?
That's a great question.
It's a very good question.
Interesting question. Good question.
Great question.
I so appreciate that question. You certainly ask interesting questions.
Bloomberg
The thing is, we are always going around in these circles of worth just experiencing these conditions. 100%. 100%. These confusing times come around a lot. And again, it's well and good being in the markets when they're good, but if you're not in the markets when they're bad, you're going to find it a really hard time. And I think it's better for someone to know what to do when it's shit markets than someone and not necessarily the best in good markets or catching like waves of moves, catching numerous trades. I'd prefer that than being someone who's quite good when it comes to decent markets, but when it's hard markets, they are shit. Like, they're getting thrown around, because that period might last for a very long time. We've seen it this year. This whole year's been hard. If you were someone who doesn't know how to act in these scenarios of uncertainty in the markets, you're going to find it fucking hard. And like, for an example, this year, I'd say it's been hard for the 9 months of this fucking year. Maybe 8 months of this year. 7, we'll say 7. Cool. 7 months of the year, say if you didn't earn money. It's shit, yeah? So that's why you need to understand how, or even lose money. You could even just lose fundeds or lose money from personal accounts. But that's when it becomes difficult, right? So that's why understanding the markets in good conditions and bad conditions is vital. And that is key. Got an interview with ATG later, wish me luck. Ah, you're good, H. You're good, bro. Touch wood, touch my wood for you, though. Since I wrote down my entry criteria, rules as a job become profitable, it's created the power of actually noting things down and sticking to it. Bro, I can't even stress it enough. That's why I keep saying it. That's why having a fully fledged training plan, bro, on a notepad. I mean, I've got mine in my head now, but write in a fucking notepad. Just write it down, just on there. Get yourself a fresh page, write it down, and then have it in front of you, man. It sounds like a little thing. It sounds like it's stupid for me to keep saying, but I mean, T's a perfect example of the actual change of that. Take a leaf out of T's book, boys. I'll be honest, it's a very good way. You need to have your rules in front of you. Again, don't be lazy thinking it's all in your head. Write it down, have it in front of you, so you can actually get used to actually trading it. Yes, if you come from a beautiful condition, catching bangers, world your oyster, then boom, out and out where you're getting battered as you never heard need the patient. That's it, man. That's it. And again, yeah, that's it. And you understand that when you start losing, you start not understanding why you lost, because you went from winning to not winning, and a lot of people can't actually understand why. And that leads people down quite a dusty road in terms of FOMO, in terms of like just doing stupid shit, which is just losing them even more money, even more funded. So yeah, preparing for both scenarios is so key. And I say it all the time, these cycles come, like what Stu just said there, these cycles come inevitably. So understanding when it's best, how to act in certain scenarios, right? Since I wrote down my entry criteria, rules, etc., I've become profitable. It's crazy the power of actually noting things down and sticking to it. I've read that again just so you man can actually read it the fuck again. Yes, if you come from a beautiful condition, catching bangers, world your oyster, then boom out of nowhere you're getting battered. Read those over, boys, because there's so many of you, man, in here. Like, I promise you, there's so many people. That was me. But all these things were me at one point. But it's true. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I feel easier to leave the lives or not check Discord because it helps resist temptation. The thing is, boys, the Discord isn't for any of that shit. Like, the Discord isn't for you. I mean, obviously, like, you might just get that anyway. In terms, just rub off on you that you look at chart check and you get tempted. I mean, that's the thing. But once you start acknowledging that your knowledge is good enough, you don't need to look at anyone else's points, right? So I feel like when you've got, I mean, what's the word? When you've sort of understood that you know what you're fucking doing, you don't even need to, you don't look at anyone else's shit. You're just there, literally just for the being in the community type shit. Do you know what I mean? Still use AC with Jer 30. I can't find decent TV Jer 30 close of ACG on MT5. I don't. Yeah, who did you use the Jer 30 with actually? Still, it's a good question. It might have been FTMO. Maybe. What's the biggest recovery from drawdown to payout you've had on a funded account? I don't know, bro. It definitely would have been my accounts back in the day. I remember I had an account that a funded account was 100k. I remember it was about 8 and I think it was like, no, not 8. It was like 6% in drawdown. And honestly, I didn't forget about it, but obviously I had a copy trader, so I bought a new account and started trading my other account. I think I come back from 6% in, just over 6% in drawdown, back to like 3% in profit, which is fucking good. Again, like everyone's gonna be in that scenario. Everyone's gonna be in that scenario. I swear down, everyone's gonna be in that scenario. This funded account, maybe the next funded account, might not even be that. Might be the next funded account. But you will go through that scenario of being in a deep bit of drawdown, and then that your challenge is obviously going to be, can you come out the other side? We're always met with these challenges down the road of trading. This GU is actually not. I would have thought this would have definitely come down quicker. That Jace is still in, so we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, probably about 6%. I might have had might have been another one, but yeah, one that I recall that one was a bit. I think it was was it 100k? I can't actually remember what account size it was now. It was time ago, probably about 3 years ago. I don't really massively go into drawdown anymore. After payouts, we don't massively go into drawdown. We don't have. I mean, this year we've just not had that many fucking trades, you know. My main focus is still this weekly for DXY. I feel like that can be completed for the day, so see the nice continuation up from this 15 minutes is key. It's key. As well, another note from that, what we said on Bloomberg now is that GDP has just come out for the US. It was the fastest pace in nearly 2 years, which is fucking insane. Which is absolutely nuts.
equity market keep trading higher if we keep getting good news, or
Do
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 you
do
think
do
we're
do
just
do
getting
do.
I think that if you keep getting good news on the hard data front like GDP and sales, yes, because that's earnings, right? It's all about earnings, and it's all about that change in direction. If that direction looks higher, the market keeps going. If that direction starts to wobble, the market starts to wobble. And if people start baking in third quarter numbers are going to be really important. The commentary is going to be important because that's going to be where people, the rubber may be hitting the road on tariffs and or what's going to happen in the next couple of quarters. There's a lot of forward guidance in the third quarter, but people are going to be parsing through what companies say because it's all going to be about margins, because margins lead to earnings, and if earnings come down, we have a problem.
Sarah, this has been so excellent. It's a masterclass. Sarah Hunt, Alpine Saxon's chief market strategist. Please come join us again soon. All right, let's get a check on your equity market this morning. About 10 minutes into your trade, we're lower by 0.7%. What is leading us there? Let's go straight to the decliner column. It is Nvidia, Broadcom, Tesla, Oracle. It is all the very highly valued stocks. So there are a little bit of jitters in this market. Oracle down after a downgrade. This morning actually was red for
Oracle down. I think they're down about 3% or something.
headlines, not fundamentals. When it comes to the price action for the individual sectors, by the way, IBM, that one's gaining off that HSBC thing. Energy at the top as oil has been continuing to gain at the bottom. Communications, infotech. So Matt, it seems to be a market where the most expensive things are the ones leading the declines this morning.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. I'm a little bit distracted because I just keep thinking about Formula One. I know we need to
I'm so excited.
Still think, can we get a bit more of a rebalance here?
You know, we just opened up. So we are continuing to watch these markets. The S&P 500 down 0.8%. Coming up, Oracle under pressure after it gets a rare sell rating on Wall Street, but they were successful in selling like a gazillion bonds. We'll talk about that, and Zach Brown is going to join us after Top Calls. This is Bloomberg Open Interest.
Do, 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 do.
I'm Alex Rodriguez,
And I'm Jason Kelly.
and we're back with more episodes of our show, The Deal.
The deal.
The theme of this season, on the road. We're bringing you more behind-the-scenes conversations with the biggest names in sports, business, and culture, like Melody Hobson.
I started to study women's sports like an 11-year-old studies baseball statistics, and I got dangerous in seeing up arrows.
Susie Wolf.
When you're competing, you're not thinking about any fear or any worry that what could happen.
Right, looks like DXY is going to start moving up now.
Jay Batt.
At the end of the day, there's never been a better time to be a student athlete.
And more. Stay tuned.
From the beating heart of global finance, economics, and politics, and wherever newsmakers are moving markets, Bloomberg brings you conversations that allow for deep discussions and important insights. What do you think the future is for inflation? Is this new normal? Are markets too optimistic? How do you worry about things that are outside your control? How does the current fighting completely stop? I'm Francine Lacroix, and this is the
Yeah, now we're going to start moving down.
only on Bloomberg.
There we go. DXY continue up. That makes the most sense now. Why is it like weirdly sunny but fucking freezing cold? Everyone else got that shit. Everyone else.
Policy in Washington is driving Wall Street. We draw a distinction between rhetoric and action.
What's the best bank account for traders, bro?
This is Bloomberg Surveillance.
It doesn't. To be honest, bro, it doesn't massively matter because you get paid for a prop firm, which you do have to pay income tax on. So I don't think it really matters. I'd say the basic bank accounts in general are probably going to be foreign ones, to be honest with you, bro. That's a sad thing about our country. I say avoid Revolut though. Avoid like Revolut and Monzo and shit. I just don't know. I just don't trust them. I find it hard to trust companies like that. Have you got either? I've heard banks can restrict you if you get large payout, etc. No, I haven't, bro. I've never been. Maybe if it's from a Dodge prop firm, but if you're getting like a payout from... Like, banks are fully aware what prop firms are, and they're fully aware what these new prop firms are. They do allow it. They do allow it. Might do, depends. I mean, I never have. I don't know if mine's for a business, so that helps. I don't know, but I've never. Me and Lou never have. Yeah, Monzo can freeze from a friend of a friend. Yeah, Monzo can freeze funds. So can Revolut, man. Bear in mind, they're all online banks. I don't really trust the online banks, to be honest. I'll be real. It's hard to trust them. I say that I've got Revolut accounts. I'm freezing with COVID. Which bank do you use? I've got a few banks, bro. I've got TSB, I've got Monzo, I've got Revolut. I've got a few. I'll stop using Monzo though. But Revolut and TSB, they're the ones I use. And in business, I've got Barclays and Revolut. I think it's always safe to have like Revolut's good if you're traveling, right? It's good. It converts FX, so you actually get decent price for converting through the app. Some rewards as well. But again, I think it's always safe just to have a brick and mortar bank account, like a Barclays or like a Nationwide or something like that. Just want to get Fred from school and some kid was kicking off trying to swing the TED teacher out. What? Kids are off key in that school, bro. Yeah, trust me. What the fuck? Right, I'm off the charts now. I don't blame you, man. Really, what sort code account number and easy? Oh, it's quite weird actually. I've got my card holder here. 2 seconds, I'll just read it out for you. Are you ready, MH? I'll get them all out for you. You can have all of the card details. Have any other cards? Got a weed card as well. Still love how they do that in Barcelona. Okay, I'm actually not gonna do that in case I actually do show my fucking cards. Holy shit, that would not be great.
Every month, only on Bloomberg. Get your fixed income fix. Watch Bloomberg Real Yield around the world right here on Bloomberg.
We should really see price. Why did you redeem it? Don't redeem it! Why did you redeem it? Well, that is obviously one of the best videos, isn't it? Why did you redeem it? Oh. Why you redeem it? Don't redeem it. Yeah, that's a classic video. Can you change banks left to if you need after your fund? You can, bro. I mean, you could just use Rise, innit? You can just use Rise, which is pretty much like a payment provider, so it acts as like a little bank account. You can get it into your Rise, and then get it into your bank account, or you can just do bank transfer, or you can change your banks, bro. You just gotta like email them and stuff like that. But Rise is sort of the most used system.
are coming out in the tens and hundreds of millions.
Mad.
Partners in the sport, unlike we've ever seen.
It's crazy. Yeah, these markets are just going to start slowing. I think again, like what I was saying is New York should just continue what we've already had. Only makes sense. For me, due to this monthly high or weekly, sorry, with this weekly CRT high, it's definitely something that we're seeing. I reckon we see this for next day. But now we're seeing this bullish dollar. Today was a day of data confirming where we are for the dollar, and I think we sort of understand where we are now, which is great. But I'm going to hop off now, boys. Now we understand a bit more about the dollar. I'm going to go continue watching a bit more news, see what we're saying on this next interest rate decision, see how we are weighing out our options, and get all notes down so I can report back to the boys in the morning. But yeah, data today come out very well for the dollar. We see how we could trade that going into the following week. Bear in mind, we still have NFP next week, so might be a bit of a minefield from that perspective. But yeah, boys, you man, I love you all to death. I'll catch you man tomorrow.